A story about the best time in the world. Okay. And this is a story of two true friends. We'll call them Abbott and Costello. These two true friends had been playing a dance of creation and imagination for an eternity. But they were not friends in the sense that you would imagine down here on Earth. These were two souls that were very, very close together, part of a very close group of souls that lived beyond the limitations of time and space, that lived in a place called the now time. And these two souls came up with a brilliant idea. For you see, one of those souls was very playful but very, very, very crazy. And he loved to do silly things. And he was afraid that in this physical dimension of space and time, silly things could get you in trouble. And so, the other soul agreed to come to Earth to help make sure that that soul that was afraid of Earth wouldn't get into too much trouble. However, they made a deal. The deal was that I would be allowed, that the first soul would be allowed to come into this Earth for quite a while and to try and experience things and see what would be fun and what would not be fun. In other words, to make mistakes. But before those mistakes would get too big, the other soul will come to Earth and remind this first soul about how to be happy without being crazy, or too crazy at least. And so it was that the first soul was born almost 50 years ago, a long time in this plane, but just a blink of an eye, where Abbott and Costello used to reside beyond the physical plane. And in those many, many, many years, that first soul that we shall call Papi was learning and sometimes being the craziest boy ever. One day, when almost all was lost, when there was very little hope for this experience of a life, to be happy, to be complete, to be full, the other soul saw that it was time to come in, and he came in. We shall call him Alex. And when Alex came in, at first, Papi didn't want to remember about his agreement beyond life, beyond this life. He wanted to continue to party and be crazy. But then, this soul did what it does best. It started smiling and glowing, and started becoming the most beautiful thing ever in this body. The soul named Alex was so amazing that the soul named Papi decided that it had only one option, and that was to become the best puppy in the world. And that's how the memory of the true meaning of life came back to Papi. And he became super happy, and he worked every day as hard as he could to be the best puppy in the world. And the rest, as you know, will be our future. The end.
Best story ever.
Good night, baby.